Hi, this is Cassie Brighter, and this is a walkthrough of empoweredtranswoman.com. You can see in front of you I have the home page, and it has articles for you to read. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. You're going to see that the articles are divided by sections. You have trans tips and advice, you have featured articles, you have a featured video a little bit lower, my friend Jessica with her recent TED Talk. You have some potential trans-friendly shopping. The Unclockable U is a wonderful provider of duct tape. There are dresses, wigs, more outfits over here. A little bit lower you have my Instagram feed from Empowered Trans Woman on Instagram, and then several articles. So there's a lot of content on the site, and the content is divided by these categories right here. There's also a link to the summit. The 2017 Empowered Trans Woman Summit was what started this whole thing. This is a summit I conducted in October 2017, and I interviewed the likes of Bambi Salcedo, Monica Helms, Bryn Tannehill, Dr. Marcy Bowers, Professor Jimena Alvarado, and a number of other neurologists, therapists, people from all walks of life connected with trans care, as well as a number of prominent trans women. This is still online, it's just now at a different URL, and the website for this is etws2017.com. ETWS for Empowered Trans Woman Summit 2017.com. I'm going to close this. We're going to go back to the empoweredtranswoman.com website. So as I was showing you, there's articles over here, but there's also community in this section. Now the community is available only to members, and so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sign up. Now some of you have already signed up, so you will be familiar with this process, and a few of you have signed up but have experienced a different path in the logging in and in the signing up, and you're reporting bugs and difficulty navigating the site. If that's the case with you, what I urge you to do is to delete your account and create an account from scratch. Get in touch with me. Let's delete the account and create an account from scratch. For about a week, there was a faulty sign-up process, and that created buggy accounts, which are now causing you to have problems with the site. We're going to go in here. We're going to write the basic information needed in order to create an account. I'm going to choose a password, and here I'm going to write the Facebook profile. Now this is, in this case, it's a fictional person, but I need your Facebook or your Instagram profile here, or some other way for you to prove to me that you are who you say you are. So you could link here to your Instagram, to your Snapchat, to your TikTok, I don't care, but it needs to help me prove that you're a real person, that you're here on good faith. I do this in order to keep the site protected and to keep the members safe. I'm going to verify that I'm not a robot, and then I'm going to sign up for the account. And what you should see now is a thank you page, and there's your thank you page. At this point, you should wait to receive a confirmation email from me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to go into my own admin account, and I'm going to confirm this new member. So I've confirmed the new member, and what the new member received is an email that looks pretty much like this. And you can see here that there's a welcome message from Empowered Trans Woman. At this point, the new member can log into the account. And now this is going to give you access to the member area of the site. So the first thing the site is going to ask you is to fill in your profile a little bit. I am a trans woman. I'm over 45. I'm going to save these changes. And now it's asking me to upload a photograph of myself. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to select a picture. and I'm going to crop it to my preference and liking. You can see the picture now displays right here. You can change this picture right here. And right there you see the first page of my activity. And my activity so far is that I've changed my profile picture. At this point, I'm a full-fledged member of the site. There's no mentions of me because I'm new to the site. There's 132 active members on the site right now. Remember, this is a baby site. We're all starting this thing together. It's a new adventure for all of us. So of course, it's going to be sparse in terms of content. Of course, the conversation has just started. So what I urge you to do is, instead of asking, well, how come there isn't anything interesting yet? How come there isn't any interesting content? Post some interesting content. Let's start the conversation. Let's get the conversations going. So for example, one thing that I might do is I might go to YouTube and I might find an interesting video. And then I might decide to share that. I might also find an interesting article. And again, I can go in here and share it. Oh, let's see if I can add an emoji from here. In many ways, this is similar to Facebook. But of course, it's not as robust as Facebook. Don't expect it to be as robust as Facebook. We are not a billion-dollar company. Quite honestly, and to be very candid, this is just the effort of one person. This is me. I'm an unemployed trans woman doing my best. So no, of course, we're not going to be as robust as a major corporation. I can add photos. I can build a slideshow. I can do a status. So I'm just going to do a status, and I'm going to say, something else that you might notice is that the site is slow. Yes, the site is slow, and there's an easy solution to make the site faster. And the easy solution to make the site faster is money. And currently I don't have any. So as I find ways to make some money, I'm going to try to make the site faster. There are currently 3 ways that the site could actually make a little money, and I would be able to invest in improving the site. The first way, by the way, let me post this. So the first way that this site makes money, I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit of an interlude, but it's a very worthwhile point. So I'm going to go over here. We're back on the home page. Whenever you click on any of these ads on the right, I make a little bit of money. Not a lot, we're talking about $2 or $3 every single time, but it's one way that you can support me. Do your shopping through the links on the site. And by the way, I'm going to be adding more. Another way that the site is going to make money, I'm hoping, is through a directory of resources that I'm building, where I'm going to be listing different professionals and hopefully people who decide to be featured here, electrolysis consultants and surgeons and therapists, are going to be willing to support my Patreon account, the Empowered Trans Woman Patreon account, in order to do this. This is a Patreon account. It's of course at patreon.com/empoweredtranswoman. The third way that the site can make money is you could support this. Of course, for somebody who's going to be advertising on my site, then this would be an appropriate level of support. But for you as a member, you can use the site completely for free. This is a free resource for you. However, if you have a job and you're not scraping the bottom of the barrel, consider the dollar a month, the $3 a month, the $5 a month level of support. And show up for the community, show up for this effort, and support this effort, because I really do need it. I'm building this entirely on a shoestring. All right, enough of the commercial. I'm going to go back here. So again, the site is a little slow right now. It will get faster as I start getting more resources and more ways to invest in faster servers and better technology and whatnot. For now, please be patient. Every single time you click, there's going to be a little bit of a delay. But we have a groups section, and I've created some groups. We have a group for married, a group for the spouse or partner to have their voice. We have a group for pre-transition folks just starting out on their journey, or still presenting mail and having tons of questions. We have a section for older trans women, people transitioning past 36 and older. And we have a section for younger trans women. Here's a section for transitioning youth, teenagers, and for transitioning adults between 19 and 35, parents of trans kids. Someone created a trans Jews section, and I bet I know who this is. This is a friend of mine who is a trans activist and a Jewish activist. Transgender religion is a wonderful topic, so these are new groups. Trans and parenting is a topic of discussion. These groups are separated by topics, so if there's one of these topics that speaks to you, then join this group and start a conversation. Now, chances are inside of these topics, there's not currently a conversation going on. So what I'm saying is that you can start a conversation. So for example, I'm going to click in the transitioning late group, and I'm going to go in here, and I have to join the group. And now I have to post something here. And there you have a status and the new post. I'm posting all this with a temporary account called Angela. Once I finish this demo, I'm going to delete this demo account, but you get the idea. Here you have an existing conversation already. Here you have somebody who's recently joined the group. This has been a quick walkthrough of the site. I'm going to go back to the homepage. I urge you to read these articles on the homepage. You're also going to find more and more information, and this is going to be updated monthly. Eventually it's going to be updated weekly, and so forth. But please keep in mind, we're all active participants. This is not a situation where somebody is behind the counter, they're doing customer service, all of those corporate things, and then the clientele. This is not going to be an effort like that. This is an effort where we're all participating actively as volunteers, as a community, as helpers. This is being built from the ground up with sheer will and with not even a shoestring, with a quarter of a shoestring. So please pitch in, add your content, promote the website, tell all your friends, share this on Facebook groups, and let's bring more people in. Right now we have 132 active participants. Once we have over 1,000, the conversation is going to be richer. There's going to be more conversation. It's going to be more alive. The whole point here is to build a hub where we can congregate without the constraints of Facebook, without getting our content flagged. I don't know if you understand, but recently there's been a major change in Facebook with the implementation of two laws, SESTA and FOSTA, which really restricted anything related to sexual content that can be discussed on social media. That's what made Tumblr shut down, that's what made Backpage shut down, that's what made Craigslist remove their personal sections and whatnot. It's influenced social media tremendously, and it's also made a lot of content which is not even sexual in nature flaggable and so forth. So it's just no longer quite the safe space. So I'm creating this. It's run by a trans woman. It's a safe space for all of us to congregate together. You're going to get responsive attention to any kind of bullying, any kind of abuse, but hopefully we're going to get very little of that, because This is us in here and no one else. Well, in terms of no one else, this is not just for trans women. Trans women can join, their families can join, their spouses can join, their parents can join, but it's a place for trans women and allies. Last but not least, what about trans men? When I built this effort, I was addressing my experience as a trans woman, and I was speaking to what I know. And what I know is the experience of a trans woman. I can't speak to a trans man's journey. If I had to do this over again, I would probably do it in a more inclusive way. So if you're a trans man and you're listening to this, please understand you are absolutely welcome. If you're an MB listening to this, you're absolutely welcome to come participate. The focus is going to be on women, but you absolutely can participate, you absolutely can have a voice. We can create a group for trans men, we can create a group for MBs. I'm not trying to leave you folks out. It's just that when this was created, this was an effort for trans women, and now it's becoming more expensive. Who knows? At some point, this might get rebranded in a larger way, but right now we're still building at this level. The focus right now is for trans women. This video is already getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna wrap up. If you have any questions at all, send me an email at Cassie@empoweredtranswoman.com. Cassie@empoweredtranswoman.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for being here, and let's build this together.